Yo, man, if you're in the age bracket between 19 and 25 and have given up on making New Year's resolutions, I feel as if you're probably on the right track. Let me explain myself. So, most people make New Year's resolutions with good intentions. It's a new calendar year, it's an opportunity to completely have a clean slate in the sense that the person you were in the previous years, you could be somebody completely different in the new year, which is all true. It's all good, right? Where most people go wrong is they set way too big of goals and not a solid practical plan to back them, or they just skip the plan altogether and go straight to the goal. I'm gonna have a 10 out of 10 girl. I'm gonna cop a Lambo. What whatever you want to say, right? Which is cool. All those things I mentioned are practical and or they're tangible. And can be accomplished, but you're gonna need a practical set of plans behind them. Now, most people do not take that into account. They kind of let the inspiration get ahead of them a little bit, and they kind of just go crazy. So you really have to, when you make plans like this, and it's not even just for New Year's, I would say it's just for any type of plans regarding yourself being the forefront of the plan, meaning that you are the one trying to bring this into fruition. You really have to take account of who you are and your tendencies, right? For example, let's just say someone says they're gonna go to the gym 5 days a week or even 4 days a week in the new year 2025, right? Okay, fine. Let's look at their track record. In the past 6 months, they have not gone to the gym one time. Now, I'm not saying it's impossible for them to do it. It's just they're not, right now, as of right now, they're not oriented to carry out that type of discipline. You know what I'm saying? And that's going to lead to procrastination, which leads to inconsistency, which leads to failure, and then bye-bye your New Year's resolution, right? So yeah, that's usually the problem people run into. That's the problem I've ran into making my New Year's resolutions. Just aiming a little bit too high, and it's not really obtainable, especially without a plan. That's the big part. Now, what I really wanted to come on here and say is not to not make plans. You have to make plans. You got to strive upward, right? But you really have to focus on the minute details, right? Like, you have to strive up, but not too far up where, like, because you kind of have, everybody has like a vision of their future self, and you want to make sure it's obtainable, but not, you don't want to have like a be fantasizing about a person that's not very realistic. That is yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't want to, like I said at the beginning of the video, imagine yourself in 1 year, like driving a Lambo. Just you want to stay grounded in reality. I'm not trying to down anybody that manifests. I kind of manifest myself. I'm just saying, if you really want to get shit done, you really have to like mean it, and you have to know exactly what you're gonna do to get it. And so what I wanted to come on this video and kind of preach a little bit is, if you're gonna do anything this year, change your habits. Y'all, like, I really made that decision to change my habits about 2 months ago, really like a month and a half ago. And man, it's unparalleled the type of results that you get compared to trying to make big changes. It's really hard as people, habitual people, to make big changes because you overlook so many tendencies that you do every day, right? And it's not the first time I've done something like this. Like, a couple years ago, I think it was in 2022, like, I started changing my habits one by one, and by the end of that, I was a completely different person. Like, I was disciplined to the point where I didn't really lack consistency in anything in my life. And there's a whole story to that, how like I kind of fell off, but I'm picking it back up. But that was really the foundation on being disciplined and what that could bring with it. So my advice to anyone who really wants to make changes and is very aggressive towards making changes and are kind of frustrated because you make plans and they just kind of fall through, I would suggest aiming very low. Let's just use the example of fitness. Most people want to get fit, get in the gym. Don't go overboard. Start with the most trivial thing you could possibly imagine. I'm talking 1 push-up a day. Now, that might seem beneath you, but I guarantee you can keep that up. You can maintain that schedule opposed to doing the 5 days a week. And over time, that's going to compound like that. That 1% that you put in every day is going to compound over time to the point where you're probably going to be going to the gym 5 days a week because you've built up that foundation, right? You got to have a strong foundation. So when shit gets shaky, you started solid, you know what I'm saying? You just didn't go straight to the top, like doing CrossFit, all the crazy stuff, and then you just fall off, right? You want to slowly build your way up there, right? So yeah, man, I just want to come on here and kind of preach that a little bit, because I feel that habits, I mean, this is common knowledge, obviously, like habits are your life. Like, just think of any hobby you have now. If you play video games, you probably came home one day, decided to hop on the game, release some stress, and now that could be something you do without even thinking about it. But anything that happens unconsciously, you can do it consciously, and you get to pick what you want to do, you know, and it could be beneficial instead of always being negative. You know, cigarettes, just whatever you want to fill in the blank, you know what I'm saying? You can basically rewrite your brain, and that's my advice to anybody this year. It's only the second day of the year, man. Change your habits. Just do it. Like I said, start trivial, something that won't even affect you. It's barely even gonna be a sacrifice at first, but keep it up and just maintain it, and watch how far you'll be able to go, just based off of changing a couple habits and compounding off that every single day, man. I'm telling you, that's the key to staying consistent, and then obviously that builds discipline. But yeah, man, now just like on a personal level for this channel, my goal is to post at least once every 3 weeks. I really want to post every week, but like I said, I got to take a little bit of my own advice. You know, I want to start slow. So yeah, man, I appreciate y'all tapping in. I hope y'all have a very fruitful, blessed 2025. Yeah, man, it's all love. Appreciate y'all.